Okay, we're back for our noon boxing. Wanted to let you know, if you can see on the screen, we have a contest running, and it is a pick the winner of the fights. And if you win the contest, currently our Red Sox fan is leading, and in second is Uncle Ron. If you win the month-long contest, you will get this set delivered to you. It's a complete set, can contain autographed cards, which are pretty rare and pretty valuable. So that contest will run for just under a month now, and hopefully you'll jump in and get it. Super easy, doesn't cost anything, doesn't take but a second to do. Just get your picks in before. You can post on the Facebook group. You can post in this chat. I will. Generally, my goal is to get these up with about a 30-minute head start, maybe. You can post in the comments. Just get your picks in. Facebook group would be the best, uh, but as long as you get your picks in before the bell rings for each fight, you're good. Let's see, what else do I need to cover before we're ready to start? This is an edited version. It took me a little longer to do this, but it's certainly a lot tighter. So hope you enjoy it, and we're ready to start fight number one.
Hello, fight fans, and welcome to Downey AI Boxing, where the punches are real and the AI is just here to make sure we all have a good time. Tonight's going to be a barn burner, so buckle up. All right, let's get started with bout number one. This fight is between Francesco Damiani and Gino Ricci. Let me give you a quick rundown of the fighters and set the scene for this matchup. Francesco Damiani comes in as the heavy favorite with odds of 600. He has an impressive record of 14 wins with no losses, including 6 knockouts. Damiani is known for his solid technical skills and punching power. The underdog in this fight is Gino Ricci with odds of plus 400. Ricci has a record of 4 wins and 1 loss, with 4 of his wins coming by knockout. He's less experienced, but has shown he has power in his hands. As the fighters make their way to the ring, there's a palpable energy in the arena. Damiani enters wearing classic white trunks with red trim, looking focused and confident. The crowd gives him a warm reception as the favorite. Ricci follows, sporting black trunks with gold trim. He appears a bit nervous but determined as he climbs into the ring, receiving a mix of cheers and boos from the audience. Who better to introduce the combatants than the man with the golden voice, the one and only, the incomparable Jimmy Lennon Sr. Jimmy, take it away.
Ladies and gentlemen, in this corner, he hails from Bagnacavallo, Italy. He is a former European heavyweight champion with a record of 14 wins, 0 losses, and 6 knockouts. He is the man with the power and the passion. Introducing Francesco, the Italian stallion. Damiani. And in the blue corner from Chicago, Illinois, he's known for his resilience and his heart. With a record of 4 wins, 1 loss, and 4 knockouts, the man who never backs down, the fighter with the fire in his fists, I present to you Gino, the Chicago Kid, Ricci.
The referee calls both fighters to the center of the ring for final instructions. As they touch gloves and return to their corners, the anticipation builds. The bell is about to ring for round 1 of this 10-round heavyweight bout. All right, let's get this fight underway. Round 1, the bell rings and both fighters come out cautiously. Damiani establishes his jab early, keeping Ricci at bay. Ricci tries to close the distance, but eats a few stiff jabs for his trouble. Midway through the round, Damiani lands a solid right hand that momentarily stuns Ricci. The underdog recovers quickly and fires back with a wild left hook that misses. Damiani controls the pace, landing more jabs and a few body shots as the round comes to a close. Round 2, Ricci comes out more aggressively, trying to get inside Damiani's reach. He has some success landing a good right to the body. Damiani responds with a crisp combination, snapping Ricci's head back. The favorite is showing his superior boxing skills, but Ricci isn't backing down. The round ends with an exchange in the center of the ring, Damiani getting the better of it. Round 3, Damiani starts to open up more, landing some heavy shots. A big right hand rocks Ricci, sending him stumbling back to the ropes. Damiani presses forward, looking for the finish, but Ricci shows heart and fires back with desperation. The underdog manages to survive the onslaught, but he's taken a lot of damage this round. The fight is clearly in Damiani's favor so far. Round 4, Ricci, showing tremendous heart, comes out swinging. He catches Damiani off guard with a big overhand right that lands flush. Damiani stumbles but quickly regains his composure. The favorite goes back to his jab, keeping Ricci at distance for the remainder of the round. Round 5, Damiani reasserts control, landing combinations at will. Ricci's face is starting to show the effects of the punishment. Late in the round, Damiani lands a crushing left hook that drops Ricci. The underdog beats the count, but he's on wobbly legs as the round ends. Round 6, sensing the end is near, Damiani presses forward aggressively. He lands a series of unanswered punches, forcing the referee to step in and stop the fight. Result, Francesco Damiani wins by TKO in round 6. Post-fight summary, Francesco Damiani proved why he was the heavy favorite, dominating most of the fight with his superior boxing skills and power. Gino Ricci showed tremendous heart and even had moments of success, particularly in the 4th round, but ultimately couldn't overcome Damiani's class and experience. Damiani improves his record to 15-0 with 7 KOs, while Ricci falls to 4-2. This victory solidifies Damiani's status as a rising contender in the heavyweight division. In the post-fight interview, Damiani praises Ricci's toughness, but expresses confidence that he's ready for bigger challenges. Ricci, despite the loss, gains respect for his gutsy performance against a top opponent. This fight is between Shane Sutcliffe and Henry Pierce. I'll set the scene and give you a rundown of the fighters. Shane Sutcliffe enters as the favorite with odds of 250. He has an undefeated record of 9-0 with 4 knockouts. Sutcliffe is known for his technical skills and ring IQ. Henry Pierce is the underdog with odds of plus 200. He also boasts an undefeated record of 10-0 with 4 knockouts. Pierce has gained a reputation for his aggressive style and punching power. The atmosphere in the Cow Palace is electric as the fighters make their way to the ring. Sutcliffe enters first, wearing royal blue trunks with white trim. He looks composed and focused as he climbs into the ring. Pierce follows, sporting crimson trunks with gold trim. He appears confident and eager to prove himself against the favored Sutcliffe. The crowd is evenly split, with loud cheers for both fighters. The referee calls both men to the center of the ring for final instructions. As they touch gloves and return to their corners, the tension in the arena is palpable. This 10-round heavyweight bout is about to begin. Are you ready for the action to start? All right, let's get this fight underway. Round 1. The bell rings and both fighters come out cautiously, feeling each other out. Sutcliffe establishes his jab early while Pierce looks to counter. Midway through the round, Pierce lands a solid right hand that gets Sutcliffe's attention. Sutcliffe responds with a crisp combination. The round ends with both men exchanging in the center of the ring. Round 2, Pierce comes out more aggressively, pushing Sutcliffe back with power shots. Sutcliffe uses his footwork to avoid most of the big punches, but Pierce is finding some success. Late in the round, Sutcliffe lands a sharp counter left hook that momentarily stuns Pierce. Round 3, Sutcliffe starts to find his rhythm, picking Pierce apart with precise jabs and straight rights. Pierce is still dangerous, landing a few heavy body shots when he gets inside. The round ends with Sutcliffe landing a clean 3-punch combination. Round 4. The fight heats up as both men trade heavy shots in the center of the ring. Pierce lands a big overhand right that wobbles Sutcliffe, but the favorite recovers quickly and fires back with a flurry of his own. It's a close, action-packed round that has the crowd on their feet. Round 5, Sutcliffe goes back to his boxing, using movement and a sharp jab to keep Pierce at bay. Pierce is starting to show frustration as he struggles to land cleanly. Late in the round, Sutcliffe lands a beautiful counter right hand that snaps Pierce's head back. The fight is proving to be a close, competitive affair. Sutcliffe's technical skills are on display, but Pierce's power is keeping him in the fight. Certainly, let's continue with the second half of the fight. Round 6, Pierce comes out with renewed aggression, clearly aware he might be behind on the scorecards. He manages to trap Sutcliffe against the ropes and unleashes a barrage of punches. Sutcliffe covers up well, but takes some heavy shots. As the round progresses, Sutcliffe regains his composure and lands some sharp counters. Round 7, Sutcliffe reasserts control with his jab and movement. He's landing clean combinations and making Pierce miss. However, Pierce isn't backing down and continues to press forward. Late in the round, Pierce lands a thunderous left hook that staggers Sutcliffe, but the bell saves him from further damage. Round 8, both fighters show signs of fatigue but continue to battle hard. Sutcliffe's technical superiority is evident as he picks his shots carefully. Pierce is still dangerous, landing occasional power punches that keep Sutcliffe honest. It's another close round that could go either way. Round 9, sensing the fight might be slipping away, Pierce comes out swinging for the fences. He catches Sutcliffe with a big right hand that sends him stumbling back. Sutcliffe clinches to recover and then goes back to his boxing, landing precise counter punches as Pierce charges in. Round 10, the final round is a war. Both men throw caution to the wind and trade heavy shots in the center of the ring. Sutcliffe's accuracy is on display, but Pierce's power is evident in every punch. The crowd is on their feet as the fighters give it their all until the final bell. The fight goes the full 10 rounds, and we'll go to the judges' scorecards. It's been a close, competitive fight that could go either way. The fighters embrace in the center of the ring, showing mutual respect for the battle they've just been through. Ladies and gentlemen, after 10 rounds of boxing, we have a majority draw. Judge O'Connor scores it for Sutcliffe, Judge Adair has it a draw, and Judge Hoyle scores it for Pierce. This means the fight is officially ruled a draw. Both fighters retain their undefeated record. Ray Mercer, known as Merciless, is not just an undefeated professional boxer, but also an Olympic gold medalist. He won the gold in the heavyweight division at the 1988 Summer Olympics in Seoul. This Olympic pedigree gives him a strong amateur background and speaks to his boxing skills. Mercer turned pro in 1989, so he's still relatively new to the professional ranks, but he's been making waves with his power and technique. Wilhelm von Homburg, while perhaps less known in boxing circles, has an interesting background. Born Norbert Gruppe in Berlin, he's had a diverse career, including professional wrestling and acting. In fact, he would later go on to play Vigo the Carpathian in Ghostbusters 2. His boxing career has been impressive so far, with a high knockout percentage suggesting fearsome punching power. Both Mercer and von Homburg are likely seeing this as their opportunity to make a mark in the division and position themselves for bigger fights and potentially a title shot. The contrast in their backgrounds, Mercer with his Olympic pedigree and traditional boxing background versus von Homburg's more unconventional path to boxing, adds an intriguing element to this matchup. It's a classic case of differing styles and experiences clashing in the ring. This fight could be a significant stepping stone for both men. A win here could propel either fighter into the upper echelons of the heavyweight division during this exciting era of boxing.
In the red corner from the USA with a record of 13 wins, no losses, 8 knockouts, Merciless Ray Mercer. In the blue corner representing Germany, undefeated with 11 wins, 10 by knockout, introducing Wilhelm the German giant von Homburg.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're underway here at the Olympia Halle in Munich for our main event, round one. The bell rings and both fighters come out cautiously. Mercer in red trunks is using his jab effectively, keeping von Homburg at bay. Von Homburg in blue seems content to feel out Mercer's rhythm in these early moments. Midway through the round, von Homburg lunges in with a big right hand that just misses Mercer's chin. Mercer counters with a sharp left hook that lands flush. The crowd roars for their hometown fighter. Mercer is controlling the center of the ring, cutting it off well. His Olympic pedigree is showing in his footwork. Von Homburg is looking for openings, but struggling to find his range. In the final seconds, von Homburg lands a solid body shot that seems to get Mercer's attention. Mercer responds with a quick combination just before the bell. It's a close round, but Mercer's cleaner punching and ring generalship likely give him the edge. However, in Munich, the judges might see it differently. Certainly. Here we go with round two. The fighters touch gloves to start the second round. Von Homburg comes out more aggressively, clearly looking to make up ground after a cautious first round. Mercer remains composed, using his jab to keep von Homburg at distance. But about a minute in, von Homburg catches Mercer with a thunderous overhand right that momentarily stuns the American. The Munich crowd erupts. Sensing an opportunity, von Homburg presses forward, unleashing a flurry of punches. Mercer covers up well, showing his defensive skills, but a few shots are getting through. Midway through the round, Mercer starts to regain his composure. He lands a crisp 1-2 combination that stops von Homburg's momentum. The German fighter's nose is starting to redden. Mercer's jab is finding its mark consistently now. In the final minute, both men exchange heavy shots in the center of the ring. It's von Homburg's raw power against Mercer's more polished technique. The crowd is on its feet. The round ends with Mercer landing a solid left hook just after the bell, drawing a warning from the referee. It's been a much more action-packed round, with von Homburg likely edging it due to that big right hand early on. The atmosphere in the Olympia Halle is electric as we head into round three. This fight is living up to its billing. Here we go with round three and beyond. Round three, the third round, begins with both fighters showing respect for each other's power. Mercer is working behind his jab while von Homburg looks to counter. Midway through, von Homburg lands a heavy body shot that visibly affects Mercer. The American clinches briefly to recover. As they separate, Mercer surprises von Homburg with a quick uppercut that snaps his head back. The round ends with an exchange of hooks, Mercer getting the better of it. Another close round, but Mercer's cleaner punching might have earned him. Round four, von Homburg starts the fourth with renewed vigor, pressuring Mercer against the ropes. He lands several powerful shots, but Mercer's defense is holding up. Mercer turns the tables midway, using his superior footwork to create angles and pepper von Homburg with combinations. The German's left eye is beginning to swell. In the final minute, von Homburg lands a massive right hand that staggers Mercer, but he can't capitalize before the bell. A big round for von Homburg. Round five. The pace slows in the fifth as both fighters show signs of fatigue. Mercer is still controlling distance with his jab, while von Homburg looks for that one big shot. Neither man is taking many risks. Late in the round, Mercer lands a crisp three-punch combination that seems to wake up von Homburg. The German fighter responds with a flurry of his own as the round ends. Mercer likely takes this round on activity. Round six, suddenly von Homburg comes alive. He catches Mercer with a thunderous right hand early in the round that sends the American stumbling back. Von Homburg presses his advantage, unleashing a barrage of punches. Mercer is hurt but showing tremendous heart as he covers up and tries to weather the storm. The Olympia Halle is in a frenzy. Mercer somehow makes it to the bell, but it's a dominant round for von Homburg. Round seven, Mercer, still on shaky legs, is in survival mode early in the seventh. Von Homburg is hunting for the finish, but his punches are becoming wild and inaccurate. Midway through, Mercer begins to find his footing again. He lands a few stiff jabs that seem to give von Homburg pause. The round ends with both men exchanging shots in the center of the ring. Mercer looking reinvigorated. A closer round, but likely still von Homburg's. Round 8. The 8th round sees a resurgence from Mercer. He's boxing beautifully now, slipping von Homburg's punches and countering effectively. Von Homburg, perhaps tiring from his earlier efforts, is struggling to land cleanly. Mercer's Olympic experience is shining through as he picks apart his opponent. A clear round for Mercer. Round 9, both fighters come out aggressively, knowing the fight is still up for grabs. They trade heavy shots in the center of the ring, neither man giving ground. Von Homburg's power is still evident, but Mercer's technique is superior. Late in the round, Mercer lands a perfect right cross that staggers Von Homburg. The bell saves the German fighter from further damage. A big round for Mercer. Round 10, in the final round, both men leave it all in the ring. Von Homburg, likely behind on the scorecards, is swinging for the fences. Mercer is boxing smartly, picking his shots. Midway through, Mercer lands a crushing left hook that drops Von Homburg. The crowd gasps as their hometown hero hits the canvas. Von Homburg beats the count, but he's on wobbly legs. Mercer presses for the finish, but Von Homburg shows tremendous heart, lasting until the final bell. What a fight! It goes to the scorecards, but Ray Mercer's late knockdown likely sealed the deal. We await the judge's decision. The ring announcer takes the center of the ring. Ladies and gentlemen, after 10 rounds of boxing, we go to the judges' scorecards. Here are the scores. Judge Larry O'Connor scores the bout 96-93. Judge Gwen Adair has it 95-94. And Judge Robert Hoyle scores it 97-92. All for your winner by unanimous decision, Ray Merciless Mercer. Ray Mercer has done it. He's defeated Wilhelm von Homburg in a thrilling contest here in Munich. The scores reflect the close nature of the fight, with Mercer's late knockdown likely making the difference on the cards. It's worth noting that despite being in von Homburg's home country, the judges seemed to score the fight fairly. Larry O'Connor and Robert Hoyle had wider margins for Mercer, while Gwen Adair saw it as a very close contest. This victory keeps Mercer's undefeated record intact and will likely propel him further up the heavyweight rankings. For von Homburg, it's a tough loss on home soil, but he showed tremendous heart and power, proving he belongs at this level. Would you like a post-fight summary or analysis of what this means for both fighters going forward? Certainly. Let's review all 3 fights from tonight's card. Main event, Ray Mercer versus Wilhelm von Homburg. Ray Mercer, now 14-0, 8 KOs, proved his mettle by defeating Wilhelm von Homburg, now 11-1, 10 KOs, in a thrilling 10-round battle. Mercer's Olympic pedigree and technical skills were on full display, particularly in the later rounds. Despite facing adversity in the middle rounds, Mercer's resilience shone through, culminating in a 10th-round knockdown that sealed his victory. This win solidifies Mercer's status as a rising star in the heavyweight division and puts him in contention for bigger fights, possibly even a title shot in the near future. For von Homburg, while this marks his first professional loss, his performance was admirable. He showed tremendous power and heart, giving Mercer serious trouble at times. This experience against a top-tier opponent should serve him well as he looks to rebuild and come back stronger. Co-main event, Henry Pierce versus Shane Sutcliffe. This bout ended in a draw, which is always an interesting result. Both Pierce, now 10-0-1, 4 KOs, and Sutcliffe, now 9-0-1, 4 KOs, retained their undefeated records. But neither man gained the clear victory they were hoping for. A draw often leads to calls for a rematch, so we might see these two face off again in the future. For now, both fighters will need to reflect on what they could have done differently to secure a win. Opening bout, Francesco Damiani versus Gino Ricci. Francesco Damiani, now 15-0, 7 KOs, continued his winning ways with a victory over Gino Ricci, now 4-2, 4 KOs. This win keeps Damiani's perfect record intact and further establishes him as a contender in the heavyweight division. For Ricci, this loss is a setback, but at this early stage in his career, it's an opportunity to learn and improve. Overall, this card delivered excitement and drama, particularly in the main event. We saw the continued rise of Ray Mercer, a potential rivalry born in the draw between Pierce and Sutcliffe, and the ongoing success of Francesco Damiani. The heavyweight division remains as intriguing as ever, with these results likely to shake up the rankings and set the stage for some compelling matchups in the future.
All right. I think we are going to put Merciless Ray Mercer into the title hunt. Either give him an NABF title shot or maybe even face Tim Witherspoon for the USBA title, which we switched off of the NABF or NABA, I can't remember. Anyway, it's USBA title now. So that fight Mercer will be getting a shot soon. Let me know in the comments a fight you'd like to see. We have 5,000 heavyweights, so most likely we've got someone you'd like to see. If you've got a dream matchup and an announcer you want it to see, we probably will debut Tyson Ali pretty soon. We've had Liston fight. So anyway, just keep checking it out. I will add these fights to the playlist. I need to play some offline. I keep doing everything online. But anyway, I'm enjoying it. I hope you are. And again, please join our contest. Doesn't cost you anything. Throw your picks in before the fights get started and get Al off the top of this leaderboard. All right, we will catch you on the next fight.